I'm Lori, and this is my persuasive speech, and this is my audience. Is pro football too dangerous for players? Sunday football, Friday night lights. Most of us have grown up loving the game. We might have even tossed the old pigskin around in the yard with our dad. But today, I'm going to discuss how we may be no better off than the Romans who watched the gladiators die for our entertainment while others profited from it. We even start them young now with pee-wee football and the like in order to train them to be great professional football players. But with what risks? Nicholas Schmeidel from the New Yorker mentioned that in 1953, American Association of Pediatrics recommended banning children from under 12 years old from playing football. In 2013, the Annual of Biomedical Engineering published a study that indicated head impacts that were sustained by players ages 9 through 12 could be just as worse as the same head injuries sustained by college football players. But this isn't an issue of just head injuries. This is including deaths. Stacey Cadaro from the Christian Science Monitor mentioned that before 1976, the annual rate of fatalities directly attributed to high school football was in the double digits. So why are we dying for this game? Why are we allowing to be entertained by this brutal sport? Even an American Medical Association official declared that although football was potentially a killer and a maimer, that it offered character-building advantages for young children. I've even been told that it helps create a team and learn to work with each other. But what good is all this when they get brain damage and possibly die from these injuries? I think that we can now agree that there is a problem. But what can we do? We need to educate ourselves with what's going on. But that can be difficult, especially if things are being covered up. The Science American Mind in 2017 mentioned how 10 years ago it emerged that the National Football League had first tried to cover up evidence linking repetitive head injuries to CTE. That's chronic traumatic encephalopathy, which is a progressive neurodegenerative disorder. And then they try to discredit the scientists. If we make others more aware of what's going on in professional football, cover-ups won't be as effective. Professional football also needs our financial support. So we can make the biggest impact with where we spend our money. We can support little leagues that promote safety regulations so they can learn as they grow up in the sport how to play with more safe helmets and more safe practices. We could even find pro organizations that do the same. Our kids' safety is in jeopardy. We must try to stop this sport from profiting off these injuries in order to win a ring.